Real flow and money flow are the topics of macroeconomics. Let us discuss about these things in detail. What is a real flow? A real flow means the flow of goods and services from one owner to other with the aspect of selling them for profit or benefit. Like farmers grow crops and sell them in the to someone else, that is real flow. Suppose the factory owners have bought those crops and they have converted them into rice or flour or suji or maida, and then again they sell all those product to some distributor or wholesalers or retailers. That is a real flow. If we work with someone, we provide services as an employee or as an agent, so we there is real flow. So wherever the things, goods or services are exchanged, like if India exports goods to America, there is a real flow from India to America. Again, we import heavy machineries from USA. That means there is a real flow from America to India. If Indian individuals are working with foreign companies in India or abroad, that means there is a flow of services from Indians individuals to the different parts of the world. In the same way, many foreign individuals are working in India for Indian companies or for foreign companies in India. That means there is a flow of services as real flow from different parts of the world to India. So it means whenever household sector, producer sector, government sector, and rest of the world sector do exchanges goods and services with one another, always this is real flow in economics. And when for those exchanges someone receives the payment in cash, like if someone is providing services as an agent, he or she might get commission. So that commission is in cash, in monetary terms. That's why it is part of money flow. When someone is serving with an organization as an employee, so services from him or her is real flow, but in exchange he or she gets monthly salary or wages or remuneration, that is money flow. If some shopkeeper is selling goods and services to someone else, that is the example of real flow, but in exchange he or she gets selling price in cash or by check from the consumers, from the customers. So that money receipt is part of money flow. If government is providing us with government hospitals, roads, railway tracks, railway stations, etc. So all those services by government to the resident of those countries are example of real flow. But in exchange, the government collects taxes, fees, fine, penalties, etc. Or sometimes government sells through government sector, like railway is selling services, they are issuing tickets. So services from railway is part of real flow, but in exchange the railway, Indian railway, charges fee of freight, charges fare and freight. So that fare and freight in forms of cash is part of money flow. So all these four sectors, household sectors, producer sector, government sector, and rest of the world sector, always carry on exchanging real services, real things, real goods, means real flow, and money flow simultaneously every now and then. Through these regular exchange of money flow and real flow among the various sections of the society, various sectors of the economy, or various economic agents of an economy, the economic activities goes on a regular basis, and this helps in earning livelihood or income to someone. That income or livelihood help them to live their life with uh, a regular effort of improving their standard of living, way of living, facilities in life. So, money flow and real flow and money flow are the essence of economic transactions. Without providing goods and services, we cannot claim for payment. So either we have to first start with real flow. Sometimes it may happen that there is money flow first and later on real flow. So whatever may happen, which one is first, that is not the matter. The matter is both will happen simultaneously, one after another. So I think through this explanation, I have cleared the concept of real flow and money flow. Thank you.